It's time for some more shoutouts, baby. I haven't done a shoutout video in a while, and I really want to mention all these amazing fans, amazing people, and it's going great. The channel's it's just booming right now. I cannot believe this. So real quickly, let's tell you some of the shoutouts, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of these names, but Aloe Cool Jar, this is for you, man. Check out his channel, by the way. It's just you go to that name, and he's got lots of cool things. How to paint Gunter, how to draw Gunter. So thanks, man. I got another one. Adam Acevedo. Adam Acevedo. I hope I pronounced that right. Please let me know if it's wrong. But shout out to him. He was asking me for a while. He's always leaving me comments. He's got Superman drawings. He's got different little joke things and like epic mealtime. So thanks for the support. Thank you for being a fan. I appreciate it. And another one. This is the Tyus is the name, but the Eclair Elevator Filmer. And he's got a bunch of different little things, and he just asked for a shout out. So I really want to give one to him. Then another Mr. Brian Rosh. He's another fan. He's been a huge supporter all the way from the very start, and you can see his favorite videos. He's got one of my videos here, but thank you. Can't thank you enough. Really amazing support. Thank you, man. Web Tech Genius, really awesome. Please check out his channel. He does unboxings, reviews, lots of video game things, anime, and lots of cool stuff. He's been with me since I had like probably 2,000 subscribers. He's been with me from the very start, so he's a good friend of mine on here. So really check out his channel, give him support, see all the different things, and really helpful guy. Yum Nacho Cartoons, another really great fan. He actually did a drawing of me, my drawing of Steven, which is really cool. I absolutely love this. Really just captured the feel of me, and really cool. But check out his channel. He's got a lot of different drawing things. Yum Nacho Cartoons. Thank you, man. And you can see all the different things he did. So thank you for his support. Syed Williams, another artist on here. He's got some drawings. He's always leaving me comments and things, so shout out to you. Here's another. He's got different things again. This is Paints, Pencil, and More, and it's Nick's Art Stand. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for helping me. You've helped me so much. It's got some crazy stuff on here, like a little Pikachu cat. I just saw that. But thanks for the support. Appreciate it again. Then another Landon Gamble. I hope I said that right. He left me amazing comments on my page, and he's got some of his drawings and things, but really meant a lot what he said to me. He said the channel's really helping him improve, and so that really meant a lot, and I'm keep trying to teach. Thank you, Landon. Gabriel Hinojosa, really great fan, really great supporter, always giving me comments. Thank you, man. Big shout out to you. I can't do it without all of you. Daphian Art, please check out her channel. Really great. She's a really sweet person. She's helped me a lot, and just really great, and she's trying to get art blogs out and different things, so please give her some support. Like I said, she's very sweet, very talented, and just a nice person to talk with. Snowy Owl 413, really great person. She is really sweet too. She'll message me a lot, I'll message her back, and she's got a bunch of different drawings, so check out some of her drawings. Lots of great stuff. She does some really great anime works, so thanks for being a fan, thanks for support, and always messaging me. And last but not least, Miss Creeper Chick, she recently found out about the channel, and she's been leaving me some feedback, so shout out to you. And if I haven't given anyone a shout out, I'm sorry, but I'll keep making more videos and give more in the future. And thanks everyone. I can't do it without you all. Thank you. Hey again, everyone. Big thank you to all the fans, all the support. Can't do without all of you. Huge thank you. And if you haven't yet, please check out my Facebook page. You can get involved. They'll have polls, contests, and you can request things on there and plus see latest pictures. And so let's start. I am excited. How to draw Totoro. Totoro. I love this movie. Really great. I love this movie. This was requested by one of the fans, so I'm going to teach you the simplest way I can using basic shapes. So pretty much he's got this kind of circular egg-shaped body, so I would start at just a line, make a big circle shape, and as it gets towards the middle height of the circle, it gets a little wider and then it gets skinny again. So kind of like that, and towards the bottom this is where the feet will be, so we're not worried about that. But same on this side, so do the same thing. And notice once again it gets wider. It really gets wide towards the legs. Like I said, mainly on the side and the bottom it gets wider, comes in. As it gets to about right here, the arms will connect right in this area, so I'm making a mark. And then for the head shape, kind of like a little dome. So it's almost like a pinball, very shortened pinball. Not a pinball. What am I saying? A bowling pin shape is what it kind of reminds me of. You can start to see the little dome shape for the head. It gets a little skinnier as it gets towards the top. A little skinnier on this side. Let's start with that shape. It's funny, whenever I draw these really simpler figures, I actually get more nervous because, like I mentioned in a lot of videos, one mess up and you notice. But then for the arms will be right in here, so you can just make a mark. I'm going to make both arms out. Real skinny, and they have fur all along the body, and it kind of just goes outward. He's got these little claws. So there's one there. Make another one here. But make sure you definitely want to start with that basic shape, because once you get that shape in, the rest will be easy, I promise. Right here, so we got that. And I think you got about right here. So for the top of the head, I'm just making sure this is correct. I got a reference. So right here, and then the little ears that come off, one is about right here, and the other one's right here. And the way they go up, first start with these little shapes, real skinny shapes. There'll be little fuzz sticking out, but they almost remind me of little Pikachu's ears. So they come out, elongate, not too long. They're about as long as the head shape, and they don't end in a point, but they end in a circular shape like that. So same on this side. Like I always stress with drawing, there's a difference between copying and there's a difference between drawing. When you're drawing, you want to have fun. You want to, like I always stress, you want to make sure it looks like the character, but don't worry if it doesn't look like an image you're using, or it doesn't look everything's exact. I mean, of course you're going to have proportions and all the basic rules, but you want to experiment a lot. All I'm going to do is erase this outer line so it curves in more. So let's start with the face, because that's important. Make a line about, say about right here, halfway on the head. Then one circle for the eyes, got these big eyes. One here, and another circle right there. That's too close actually. I think the eye's too big. Let me erase that. You want the eyes to be very wide. And make the head a little wider. Make the body a little wider. The eyes have to be very wide apart. So one here. They're almost directly under each ear. If that helps, wherever you made the earpiece, they're almost directly under there. So there we go. a lot wider. I had them way too close. But see the difference that makes by spacing them? They have a little nose that sits almost directly in the middle, points up, then down, into nostril, kind of like that. Then you got a nostril here, nostril here. And I love this movie. Oh my gosh. Just love the piece of it. Then for the smile, we always gotta make a big smile. So if you want to make a smile, remember you're gonna have 3 whiskers. So I'll draw that first so you know that. But on the head shape here, whisker here, another whisker, just drawing out another, and same on this side. And the whiskers they kind of end in points, but not really. Kind of like with they do end in a point, but it's not a sharp point. Make sure this one kind of juts out. Make them spread out. Like that. I'll go back and do the whiskers. A big smile. Kind of comes down. See, it's really big smile. Then you got the teeth. Just make sure they're big teeth. You want them just single lines. Like that. Let's erase some. I'm sorry if I'm erasing a lot. I said sometimes when I get into these more cartoony drawings, I tend to get nervous for some reason. Alright? Then his stomach is a big circle. And lightly sketch these lines. And the reason is because we're going to redraw the lines like little fur. Little zigzag shapes to represent the fur. Like that. And very important, there's 4 marks on the top and 5 on the bottom. So we'll just sketch the marks. And they're like little arrow, little boomerang shapes. So just real slowly sketch them. If I were you, before drawing a finished mark, I would go 1, space it, 2, make a little shape, space it, 3, 4. That way you have room and you kind of just see where it's going to go. Kind of like that. Another one like that, and then one more. Then you can see all I do is make little lines, just reference lines down the bottom 5, and these are pretty much spaced in between these. So you want to start one here, another one here. Okay, so you just want to continue with this mark one there. I push this one a little more. And you can see right now I have just a bunch of rough lines. And that's just to get the shapes. Because then once we start getting the fur and things. And another here. Just keep these simple shapes. Another here. Like that. And one more little one that just falls right on the belly here. Looks a little like that. You can make them smaller or bigger. I like that size. You got that. So let's finish up a lot of touches to really get this drawing popping out here. For the feet kind of together. They're like little tiny feet. I'm trying to think. Let me check. bring them together. Very subtle, you barely even see it. And a little, just coming off the bottom base, like that. And 3 little toes. You just see these little claws. Almost look like little jelly beans or pebbles. Like that. I'm going to make it a little skinnier. So for the hands, the way the hands look, they have these little claw shapes. Yeah, like little claws. I'm just checking, making sure I didn't leave anything out. So, basically like we'll do one, they kind of curve towards the bottom, like that. Trying to make sure. Little claws. Notice they're not very sharp at the end, they're kind of friendly looking. Like that, and just make the little claws. And the arm will go back, same on this side. And put a piece of paper over where you drew so you don't smudge it. You can see just little shapes and they get rounded off as they get back to the body. So let's outline it. Let's start outlining things and making it really pop out good. Here's my pencil. I'm going to use a 0.7 mechanical, really great pencil. So ultimately the fur, all this fur you see on the side, first erase these lines, because wherever his arms come out you're not going to see lines. So erase that. You can erase this guideline. Any other guidelines you don't need anymore. I'm going to start on the left side. The fur kind of just drapes down. It's not pointy, yet it's not really, it's a little pointy but very subtle, and you just want to keep making a variety of shapes. Don't keep it as a pattern. If you keep it as a pattern, it won't look natural, like it's a little woodland animal. So see, I'm making a couple small, a couple big, and as it gets towards the bottom, then once again erase that guideline. You can see the outline, how it's like furry now. Like I said, drawing, every time you do a new drawing, you want to really put a good amount of time and you want to make sure it looks good. And on the hand, a couple of lines. And wherever it's connected, just bring it down. Have a couple of little fur lines, not all throughout. Like that. And we did the claw shapes, just like that. And you kind of see what's going on there. So you kind of get these shapes. This right here is actually the bottom of the paw. What I thought it was a claw for some reason, but it's actually a little, like a cat has the paw on the bottom. I'm sorry about that, just draw a little circle shape there. And same thing, just continue the hair. Whiskers, make this one jut up. Like that, just make them look natural, you know. And you'll shade them in black. There's one. Here's another. And one more that kind of comes down. And it's crazy. Once you start finishing up, you'll see it pop out. And that's what I love about drawing, is when you get the finished results. You know, just seeing the finished results of things I love. It's right here. Same thing where we erase the guidelines. Same thing where these connect. You don't need them anymore. And basically, these are like little fur. It's really spiky in between here. Make it stylized. Make it how you want. Then let's finish up. Got that ear. And I'm just going all the way around the head. Like that. Another couple of spike. You can see how we started just basic shapes. Now we're starting to get the image in. So 3 little for the eyes. the eyeball, and then the eyeball inside, very small, almost oval shape, and it has a little highlight. So you can see just shade in, but make sure you leave the highlight in. The nose, above the nose, there's a couple has little lines where the furs. But make sure upward curve of the nose, 2 nostrils. You can make a little design, shade it. And same on this side. But see how it's coming along now? That's what I love about drawing. I love how you start with this initial sketch. Then you start to get this final form. It just blows me away every time I draw. So you got these 2 eyes. Make sure the fur, again, you want to always make sure it looks like he's got fur. And same thing with the whiskers. And notice how I'm holding my pencil right now. I'm holding it that way because when I'm doing straight lines sometimes it's actually steadier. And I'm holding it between the 3-finger technique. And someone actually asked me about that. And it really helps a lot. Really, really helps with drawing stuff like this. It just depends what I'm drawing, how I'm drawing. And here's what's cool about learning to draw a character. Now that you know how to learn him, now that you know his main features, you'll always remember that. It's kind of like if you're a piano player or music player. Once you play a song for a few times, you start to remember. You don't have to look at the sheet music anymore. And that's the same way when it comes to drawing. You draw a character one time, and you spend this much time in drawing him, you can probably draw him over again if you want, or another time, or a different pose. And it's all because you remember the features. It really does. It's like it scars, or it really makes a mark in your brain as to what to do. And that's why the best advice, this is a huge tip, always offering tips here. Always draw. Keep practicing drawing. Try my videos. Look at other videos. Keep drawing. Just the more you draw, and that's why I do these characters, because every character teaches you something new. By trying each one, and that's why it's great to learn to draw like that. But what I'm getting at is, like, keep practicing. The more you practice, you draw, the more you learn new tricks, the better you'll get. And that's the biggest thing I can tell you guys. Then for the fur, kind of zigzag around. Remember, keep it consistent. You know, I messed around with the way it zigzag, but it ultimately goes all the way down to about this point. I'm just making it. But yeah, that's all I can tell you is just keep practicing drawing, because every time you practice, like I said, you'll learn a new way to draw a nose, you'll see things different, and you're always going to improve. So if you're serious about learning and improving, there's one of them. And these actually are fur too. So what you want to do is, like, right here and right here, make little zigzags too. Like that, a little zigzag. And just make it how you feel the zigzag should be. Kind of like that. I'm just speeding it up a little. But ultimately, now that you got all that, you can get on your own. Just make zigzags a little more. But make sure you keep the basic shape. You want it to look like furs. And you can see how it is. You just got to shade in the whiskers now. Go back. I had fun. I really like this style. It's different. It's amazing. The simplest things can be so hard sometimes. And you know, a character like this, you say, oh, it's easy to draw. He's simple looking. And then you actually draw him. It's a lot harder than what you imagined it to be. So go back, erase the guidelines. Ultimately, that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm just going to spend the rest of the time by shading in shading in the whiskers. I'll show you real quick. Same with the claws, you can shade. You probably want to shade this in up where under the paws. I would generally shade everything, the body, but whiskers especially, they're pretty dark, so make sure you get them very dark so they pop out. One there. One there. And this one, and that's pretty much it. You go Totoro. Make sure you make them straight. Don't be afraid to draw over things. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll just finish up erasing the guidelines. Thanks for watching. More videos to come. Thanks for the support, everyone. Thank you.